Hey guys! So today I'm so excited to be doing the teenage makeup video. I've seen so many of these over the past few weeks on YouTube. I've become slightly obsessed with them, and it got me looking back at my teenage days and what I used to wear, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I know I'm quite late on the bandwagon, but it was so much fun looking back at old photos. I just thought, let's do it. So I'm gonna take my makeup off and we're gonna get back to 17 again. This is scary. So, when I was looking back at photos, I realised I really didn't wear that much makeup when I was a teenager, but I did have quite nice makeup. I had an older sister. My sister was 7 years older than me, so she used to tell me all about some of the nice things she used, like Touche Eclat and YSL Mascara, and they basically used to go on my Christmas wish list every single year and on my birthday wish list. And luckily, I was born in July, so I basically used to have new mascara and concealer in July, and then a new mascara and concealer at Christmas, and then I used to kind of like make them last for the whole year. I didn't really wear foundation. I had pretty good skin, and you guys are going to be seeing some pictures of me from when I was a teenager popping up throughout this video, showing you like what kind of makeup I wore. It was pretty basic. One thing I did like to do, however, instead of foundation is put Touche Eclat all over my face. Now, I probably didn't use this or do this every day. I used to use it on a daily basis for my under eyes, which, I mean, Touche Eclat is a highlighter, so you're not really supposed to use it right under your eyes, but I totally used to. And yeah, I used it as a foundation, so we're going to do that today and see how we get along. I used to love it, and you know what? I used to think it made me look really glowy and nice. I actually had quite good skin, so I didn't really need much coverage, but I used to kind of put it all the way along here, so like under my eyes, and then all the way up my cheeks. This was before highlighting was like a thing as well, guys. I didn't really know that Touche Eclat was a highlighter. I just thought it was a brightening concealer. So I just kind of used to put it all over my face. I remember I used to put it down my nose as well. Probably quite a lot of it as well, and then blend it in. Definitely on my eyelids, which are quite red from taking off all of my makeup. So no guys, the lighting has not changed. I now just have highlighter all over my face and look really pasty. The other thing I used to use was the Rimmel Hide the Blemish Concealer, and I do think they've slightly reformulated this since then. And I used to use this for spots, so I feel like I don't have too many right now. I've got a little bit of a healing one here, which is, this is going to look awful on because this goes so dry. If you had any like anything that was vaguely like dry skin or slightly scabbing, it would just draw attention to it in a not very good way. So I used to cover up any spots with that. I'm going to put a bit of it around my nose as well because I've got a really red nose today. And then once I've done that and made myself like 3 shades too pale for my actual skin tone, I used to use a bronzer. I had a Hoola for my last 2 years of school, which I think probably lasted me a whole 2 years because I was very sparing with it. And I used my one brush with it, which was kind of similar to this. I think it was, can't actually remember, I think it was an Estee Lauder one that I stole from my mum, and it definitely never got washed, that's for sure. But I used to put bronzer like all over my face again. So I'd make myself paler and then put bronzer all over my face to tan myself up again. I don't really know like where the thinking was in that, but I remember like being adamant that it had to go like everywhere, like under my eyes and everything, just to make me look tanned as opposed to like sun-kissed. It was just like, no, I wanted an even tanned complexion, but at least it wasn't so pasty. So yeah, bronzer. After I'd done that, that's pretty much it for the face. I didn't used to wear any blush. I didn't used to do anything to my eyebrows, so I'm not gonna lie, they would have looked worse than this because there's no way I would have had them kind of plucked and like tinted and stuff. So I feel like they need roughing up a bit. Literally didn't touch my eyebrows until I was about 22. And then I used to use a sparkly eyeshadow, which was from Barry M. It was a Dazzle Dust. Do you guys remember those? I couldn't actually get hold of it for this video, but what I do have is the Urban Decay Moondust palette, which I feel like is quite similar. It's very sparkly. So I'm going to take a bit of this nice number in this corner called Spectre, which is baby sparkly pink, which is very similar to the one I used to wear. I also did have a great cream one from number 7 that I think lasted me between about 13 and 15. I used to wear it daily and it was not a good look. So I didn't have any brushes either, so I'm just going to pop this on with my finger, and I definitely used to just wear it all over my eyelids. I wouldn't have been allowed to wear this for school either, by the way, guys. This would be like my Saturday night party makeup. So yeah, just use my finger to put that all over my eyelid. Baby pink glitter was my thing. I mean, I was just glowing in all senses. My whole face was highlighter. And then I used to take a little bit on my little finger as well and pop it like way too much on the inner corner, just to add that like teary-eyed effect. And you'll notice this in some of the photos, I think. Me and my best friend Lissy used to do this all the time. Okay, so after I used to do this, guys, again, something I would only do on Saturday nights, I'd take an eyeliner. And the eyeliner I had at the time was a Bourjois double-ended one that they don't make anymore. So I'm actually using a Giorgio Armani one, which, again, I had a half full one or a half sharpened one just like this that I stole from my sister at the time, I think. So this is a throwback using this eyeliner. This is one that I got probably a couple of years ago, but I just found it in my collection. I was like, I actually used to have this when I was a teenager, so I'm going to use it. And I basically used to line, make sure I've got no glitter left on my finger. I used to line in my waterline really messily. So like I didn't really take my time, I just kind of like smashed it on. I usually also used to put my makeup on in the car on the way to school so that I get an extra 5 minutes in bed. So I used to put it there, and then I also used to put it on the top, on the tight line, which I still do now. Pretty messily again, sometimes without a mirror. And then I used to like draw underneath like that and on top like that, and I used to take either the smudger on the end or my finger or like a Q-tip or cotton bud and just smudge this. Again, I feel like I would have been worse at this then than I am now, so I'm going to do it with my finger just to make it look a bit more authentic. Yeah, just like that. That was like the perfect look. Bit of a kind of like emo, smoky eye. Loved it. Do it on the other one. And again, this whole thing would be done in like 5 minutes, so it would not be neat. To finish off the eyes, I would put on about 50 layers of mascara, and my favourite mascara, like I said, was the YSL Effet Faux. If it had been Christmas or my birthday, I would have this until it dried out, and then I would probably be using a Maybelline one, but this was like my favourite makeup item in the world. So I'd basically spend 4 of the 5 minutes, probably, it probably took me 10 minutes to do it, but I'd spend at least half the time putting mascara on. So I would put on one layer, and then I'd go and do the other eye, and then I'd come back and put on another layer, so it was extra clumpy. So I liked like a lot of lashes. One more layer. Still going. I'm still going. You just get to the point where everything starts sticking together, and that's when you know it's the right amount. The best way as well I found to get more length was to like go down and then get even more and then go back up. Even more mascara on the lashes. So that was about it with the mascara. And then for lips, I didn't used to wear much lipstick, to be honest. I don't think I really owned lipstick for a long time, but I had 2 lip glosses that I really remember having at school, and they're both basically the same colour. One was like a drugstore dupe. I feel like back then, I was even after the drugstore dupes, before that was even a thing on YouTube. Way back in probably 2004, Juicy Tubes came on the scene and became like the biggest thing ever, and I actually went and bought my favourite shade. This was the only one I had full size. I had this one, and then I had like a miniature travel set that I got in the airport once, and this is Lychee. Number 19 Lychee was my favourite lip gloss when I was a teenager, and then I also had the Bourjois Effect 3D one, and this is number 20. They're basically the same colour. Sparkly pink. I was clearly very, very into my sparkly pink. This is going to take me down memory lane right now, guys. It's the first time I've used it since I got it this morning, and I'm really excited. It's literally like serious trip down memory lane, and I used to put so much on that it would be like just hideous, like so sticky. I just ate some. Ugh. Oh my god, it's like being 16 again. So that's my entire teenage makeup look. I did also have some interesting hair. When I was about 16, 17, I used to dye like streaks of my hair pink and purple. So I used to have a pink bit on this side, and I had to do them underneath because I wasn't allowed them at school, so I had to hide them. I used to plait them and hide them like in my shirt. So I'd like put them inside my shirt so the teachers wouldn't see them, and I had purple on this side underneath. But what I used to do was give myself a major side parting. Like I have a side parting anyway, but I used to like wear my hair like this. I basically have like no hair on one side. I feel like this looks really 80s with curls, but I never used to have curls. I never used to curl my hair. I used to straighten it. So yeah, that would be my teenage makeup look. Pink sparkly makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been really fun to do and take a little bit of a trip down memory lane. I feel like so many people wore a lot of makeup when they were younger, and I really didn't. I've kind of become more obsessed with makeup as I've gotten older, so it's been quite a fun experience, like looking back at all my pictures and everything though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again very soon, and have a great day, guys.